Okay, inserting our table of figures. If you haven't watched the caption training video, how to insert your captions, you want to do that now before you watch this training video, because in this document I've already inserted my captions or my figures. What I want to do is that all the captions that I inserted throughout my document, my figures like figure 1, figure 2, figure 3 below the pictures, I now want to put that in a table at the top of my document to tell you what the caption says and what page number it can be found on. For example, I'm going to go ahead and take you there. I already have my Browse by Object button selected to graphic, so when I select it again it takes me to the first graphic, but then I can use my up and down arrows to go to toggle between the graphics throughout my document, and each graphic that I have or picture has again my inserted caption of figure 1. I go down to the next one, figure 2 and figure 3, and then the title right next to it. So now I want to insert up at the top of my document. It can be wherever you want, but usually the table of figures for me is at the beginning of my document. We'll list all these throughout the document and what page number they're on. So if I'm at the beginning of the document and I'm reading this document for the first time, and I say, oh, figure 3, sales and CDs are way up. What page is that on? It'll tell me in the table of figures once I insert it, and you can see down below it's on page 4 of 5 here. So to get started, I'm going to hit Control Home and come up to my References tab, and there's my Insert Captions, and I've already done that, so you want to watch the training video on that before you come over here and click on Insert Table of Figures. Click on it. A few things you want to keep in mind before you actually just click OK is you got your preview from the default template, and I can click on the drop down arrow and do something formal, and then you can see up above it listed there. And as you toggle through this centered, once you find the one that you like, stay with it. And then for example, like Classic lists the caption over to the left hand side with the page numbers over to the right. I usually like something that leads the eye from the text over to the correct page number, because I could really mess that up. Like figure 3, is that on page 10 or page 1? See how my eye goes all over the place? Where you can do a tab leader which leads the eye, and I'm going to do ... from the caption over here over to the right as a straight line here to that page number. In any case, when you're finished you can go ahead and click OK, keeping in mind that when I click on Insert Table of Figures, this will also work for your equations and your table captions. So if you've created your table and equation captions, you actually will want to click on the Insert Table of Figures and then change the different caption labels that you want to insert down below. So this one is for figures, but again you could have another table for your table captions. In any case, I'm going to go with figure and click OK. Plops it right there. Now I may want this on a page all by itself, in which case I'm going to click before Success Never Changes. Go ahead and click on Page Layout, click on Breaks, and say that I want a new page, and it pushes that down. And then I'm going to scroll all the way to the top and click before it, hit Enter a couple of times. And as you recall, anytime you click on something and it shades it for you, that means it's dynamic, these fields. What it's doing is it's taking the figures I had listed throughout my document, the captions below the pictures, and it has it right there. Then it has the eye leading over to the page numbers they can be found on. Now these page numbers, for example the dragon, if I just added this page and it says it's on page 1, but look at the page I'm on now, it's on page 1. So it doesn't automatically update it for you. You're going to have to update it yourself. So if you make changes, add more pages, this won't keep track of it. You actually have to right click and force an update. Okay, so right click and say update, and then you have two choices. You can either update just the page numbers if they've changed, or the entire table, which means if you change the caption, do you want that updated as well? Right now we'll just do page numbers and click OK, and there it is. It's on page 2, 4, now 5. And then I can come up here like I said and just say this is table of figs. Looks good. Now if I print this off, at the very least whoever gets a physical copy of this can actually say, okay, I want to look, what's the scary sales in October on the table of figures, so I can actually view the picture. It's on page 4. Well, if you email this to somebody and they have Microsoft Word, they can actually just control and click on the caption here, figure 2, and boom, it takes you right to it. Okay, so if it wasn't October, maybe it was November. In any case, I made some changes to it, right? So I'm going to hit Control Home, right click, update it, and say let's do the entire table, and click OK, and automatically updates the entire table including the page number if it was on a different page number and the caption from October to November. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel, get notified of the latest videos, and for only $2 a month you can have access to all my Microsoft Office training videos.